And as you could tell by that video, the weather certainly played a prominent part in putting out that fire, but the community made those tough conditions a little easier for the firefighters to bear. Fox 11's Andrew LaCombe explains.
When Ripon firefighters responded to the Watson Street fire at 2:30 a.m., they worked around the snow, wind, and ice.
The frigid conditions actually played a very minimal role in our initial response and our initial operations.
But throughout the 5-hour firefight, the conditions role increased.
Very difficult today. The cold wind, the ice, people slipping, falling, a lot of things like that just make it hard to do our job.
Lee Jess says the conditions were among the worst he's ever seen during a fire.
Everything freezing up. The lines freeze up, the trucks freeze up. We've had some apparatus that have been broke down because of the cold. The hose lines themselves freeze up, just makes it more difficult.
The difficulty was eased a little by support from Ripon residents.
The community has been outstanding.
Shortly after the fire started, the chief opened this vacant building down the street from the fire as a warming shelter for firefighters. Inside a former restaurant space owned by Boca Grande Capital, Ripon EMS crews assisted firefighters.
We're having to rotate the firemen in and out very frequently due to the being very cold and their equipment freezing up. Making sure that the firemen have been properly warmed and their vital signs have been assessed, and they're given an opportunity for food and drink.
John Teachow says the warming shelter was a community effort.
People are just bringing stuff to us. It's just fantastic.
Back outside, Jess says the conditions did slow down the fight, but not the firefighters' approach.
Safety becomes a larger factor outside of the buildings because you want to make sure people are being safe, walking.
And that emphasis on safety paid off. No firefighters suffered serious injuries. In Ripon, Andrew LaCombe, Fox 11 News.